So I wasn't even gonna originally even talk about this, but my chord was struck when I heard the reports of Miss Holla's granddaughter selling her obituaries for $5. So Grandma Holla, Miss Lottery Frappe, she was 90 something. Her daughter and granddaughter would record her, and she was a very lively, outspoken woman, cussed a lot, talked about sex. She was spunky and a little bit different. I don't know if Miss Holla was a Christian or not. I think she was. But anyway, she passed away. And the daughter who had been filming her ended up having a GoFundMe for her. So the daughter had a GoFundMe to raise, I think, $10,000, but she ended up raising $40,000, which was awesome, because then she could definitely, send her mother off in a good way, decent way and everything. And she got something left over to take care of bills and such like that, because from what I understood, she was the caretaker for her as well. Makes sense, totally okay. So next thing you know, the brother comes out and he starts his own GoFundMe because the sister refuses to share any of that money with him. So he has his own GoFundMe. People are going off on him because he, doesn't deserve any according to their standards. He didn't do anything. He didn't come around like that. All he came around was for begging and stuff like that. And so naturally, if he's a beggar, he's going to get online and beg as well. And I think he raised a couple $100, and then he came online to defend himself and state that him and his children needed clothes to wear to Miss Holla's funeral, and so I'm like, okay, this is too much, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're a grown man, with the wife, I believe, and children. Why are we going this route? So now the granddaughter has come out. She's got her own GoFundMe because she needs her teeth fixed. Not gonna lie, her grill's fucked up. Now I got gaps and all kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Can use a whitening, all that and this, However, the daughter's teeth definitely needed some cosmetic. I mean, no doubt about it, you know what I'm saying? So the granddaughter decides to capitalize on the popularity and the fame of her grandmother, gets her own GoFundMe. I think she needed $10,000 for that. Just learning about dental and how I'm now paying for dental insurance is probably going to cost more than what this baby's teeth had going on. So it may not even be her picture, but this is the picture that she has on there. And so she asked for 10 grand. Now we have, I don't know if it's the same granddaughter, but another granddaughter has the audacity to charge $5 for Miss Holla's obituary. If you want an obituary of Miss Holla, it's going to cost you $5. So I'm starting to think, at this point, I'm honestly trying to picture and understand who Miss Holla was. Because if you have generation upon generation that you have breathed life into and helped to create, and this is the result of that, I have to wonder, what seeds did you sow into your children? And then what did they sow into their children? Generational curses and all of these issues is a real thing, and we see it so much in our community. And I'm just saying, at this point, we got to break a lot of these generational curses and the way that we function as people. I was telling somebody earlier that I went through trauma therapy, and honestly, I feel like if you Black in America, trauma therapy is a necessity. Trauma therapy taught me how to look at a situation, appropriately assess the situation, weigh what I think is going on against what is actually going on, and then make a sound decision on how to respond based on that. And it's a 12-week course. It's offered through the VA. So if you're a veteran and you have those benefits, and you know that you got some deep-seated stuff that you went through as a child or even as an adult, trauma therapy, I think, could be of great assistance, because it helped me so much. But I just think it's so important that, you know, we breathe positivity, and a godly based foundation for our children. Now, whether you believe in God or not, if you believe in a higher power, look at what all the higher powers have in common. You know, whether you believe in the Dalai Lama or God himself or Yahweh or Jesus, any of those guys, Muhammad, any of those high up deities, they all preach, you know, about kindness and treating others well, loving yourself. That way you can love others properly. You know, there's a lot of stuff that they all have in common. So whatever your higher power is, that's the type of foundation you have to be breathing into your kid. You know, I have an 8-year-old son, and, you know, when he grows up, I have no control of what they do as an adult. So a lot of people will say, well, dang, you know, these are grown people, you know, that has nothing to do with her, you know, and I agree. At some point, children grow up, they be who they are. You did the best that you could with what you had, and now the rest is up for them to navigate the ways of life in the right way, you know. However, it is so important about the seeds that we plant into those children, because guess what seeds do? They sprout and grow, and then they come out to this society and they have to function as adults based on the foundation that we as parents laid. And I think about that all the time with my son, like, dang, what if he turns out to be a dirtbag, da-da-da-da. Listen, I am going to take full accountability, because right now I take full accountability. If I get a call from the school or his after school program, you know, I'm mad at first, and then I have to sit back and think, well, dang, what is it that I'm doing, or what is it that I'm not doing for my son to understand that this is wrong versus this is right. Parents, we have to start taking accountability, or else we're going to end up with, you know, children and grandchildren that go online and beg and scam people, you know, for pennies on the dollar. And it's like, the thing that concerns me the most, there's two things. One thing that concerns me is the fact that there's no shame there. Like, to go online begging like that with no shame, that's a different type of person that has no type of pride, no type of ego, no type of get up and go about yourself in order to get it on your own, versus online begging the community, you know. That worries me, because that type of person will do anything, you know. A person that has no shame and no pride, no self-pride, that's worrisome. Another thing is, I want to know who the hell is asking for a funeral eulogy program for an online lady. You know, what do you plan on doing with that? You gonna keep it along with the other obituaries in your family book or whatever, so you can say that you were kin to her later on? Like, I don't understand. Why do you want an obituary of Miss Holla? You know. And I'm sure there are people that were willing to pay $5. Now, maybe she brought some joy, you know, into their lives, and she touched them through the internet. But you got to realize that everything on the internet ain't real. You know, everything on the internet ain't real. And I realized this when I saw a lady that I watch pretty regularly, the show that she hosts. And then I saw her on another platform, without all the filters and all the makeup, and it was like night and day. And that right there scared me, because it's like, dang, how could I be so gullible to think that what I was seeing most of the time was a true reflection of who she is. Now, I'm not saying that makeup and wigs and eyelashes and all that is a mask, but when it goes to an extent to where everything about you is a filter, that person is hiding something. So the confidence that they try to exhibit and exude online is all a farce, because they really are not happy with who themselves if they have to cover up so much of who they are. But it's just very interesting to me to see people so dedicated and so committed to online characters and they hold on to the words, and that's why it's so powerful, it's so important to be careful of what you do post online, because what you're posting is a reflection of you. And if you have a great following, I feel like there's a certain level of responsibility that needs to be had, some sort of truth and transparency. You know, you have a lot of people that speak a lot of hate and toxicity online, and a lot of people follow that, and then they take it and they internalize it and they use it in their day-to-day life, and it's just so sad to see. But I just wanted to say that, you know, I wish you guys would comment and tell me what you think about some of the videos that I post. A lot of people, you know, will watch it. I have over, I think, like 6,000 watch time hours, which is really cool, and I'm excited about, and I appreciate you guys so much. But a little bit more engagement would be great, even if it's something negative that you don't agree with. If you agree with it, if you have a story that you can relate to it, go ahead, put it in there though. But I am interested to see, you know, if you guys agree with me, you know, as far as, you know, what you do or how you raise your kids will have a direct reflection on the society. And I think this is where it's going. So yeah, just chime in and let me know. Thanks for watching.